Good evening, my dear brothers and sisters,
Good evening, Father.
and greetings and blessings as well for all those who are with us through our live streaming sa Facebook page ng Chapel of the Eucharistic Lord. Ang pagpapala ng Diyos ay sumainyo. Maybe you will be one with me in saying that one of the best feelings that a person could ever have is when he or she is at the receiving end. Pag nakakatanggap po tayo ng mga regalo, ng mga presents, lubag ng loob sapagkat we feel special, di ba? Naaalala tayo ng ating kapwa at ng ating mga mahal sa buhay, and we feel so special, di ba? But on the other hand, when we are on the giving end, minsan or most of the time, it can be tainted with different colors. Diba? Pag tayo na mismo yung nagbibigay o nagnanais na magbigay, minsan nahahaluan ito ng ibang motibasyon o ng ibang kulay. Kaya we have to be more, we have to be more reflective when it comes to giving. As today, Jesus teaches us to be generous, yes, pero papaano nga ba? And it's good to ask ourselves, why do we give? Bakit nga ba tayo nagbibigay? Why do people give? Why do people do good things for other people? Unfortunately, our motivations are not always clear and good. Unfortunately also, we are not always aware of the impurity of our motives. Because sometimes there is a thin line separating giving and manipulation. No? Why do people give and why do people do good things for other people? Sometimes, it falls into self-interest. This is unexpressed but very often unadmitted. We want to give so that we can get something in return. Parang, nagbigay ka pero nag-expect ka na may kapalit na pabor para sa iyo. And we see that in short, parang it's like an investment, so to speak. We give something because we know that we will get something even more in return. And it can come in the business world, di ba? Sometimes it can also come in church, in prayer. Ay, magdadasal ako, magpapakabait ako, magbabahagi ako para ibigay ni Lord yung mga ipinapanalangin ko. Hindi naman natin iniisip yun, but at times, ganun yung mekanismo ng ating pag-iisip. Second, we give out of duty. We do it out of duty without any fervor or tenderness. Kasi kailangan ko. Bilang mga magulang, o mga nakatatanda, there are times that when we feel like this, kasi kailangan kong gawin. We are obligated. It is my duty. Na malaki yung tendency na nawawala yung pagmamahal sa pagbibigay, sa pagbibigay ng sarili o sa pagsasakripisyo para sa pamilya, lalo na sa mga anak. And then in the long run, kapag hindi na natin napansin na ganito na yung nagiging routine natin, we feel so entitled that we should be taken care of by our children. Para bang may ROI dapat yung mga pagsasakripisyo, which should not be the case. Kaya naman tayo nagbigay ng sarili natin bilang mga magulang, nagsakripisyo for their welfare. And it should not ask for something in return. Nakakalungkot minsan, may mga magulang na para bagang investment yung mga anak. In the first place, hindi naman ginusto ng mga anak ninyo na isilang sila dito. But because you wanted to have a family, you consented into marriage, the sacrament, it is part and parcel of your responsibility as parents. Di ba? So hindi dapat singilin ng mga anak. Bagkus, be happy. Lalo kung sila ay lumaki ng responsable at may mabuting puso. That in itself is a big return for your sacrifice. Di ba? Pangatlo at panghuli, we give with this superiority in mind. The worst kind of reason why we give. Why? Because the beneficiary of the goodness ends up feeling so low, destroyed, because the giver wants to feel superior over the other. mas mayaman ako, ipaparamdam ko sa iyo, no, na ikaw ay mahirap. I will give you, no, bibigyan kita. We can give, but we can diminish humanity. We can give and we can say bad words. We can give and we can expect so much utang na loob, no, from those who benefit from our goodness. Ang pinakamahirap pa naman pong bayaran ay ang utang na loob. Kasi hindi mo alam kung bayad ka na o kulang pa. Why do we give? Why do you give? Some of our bad and impure reasons are unexpressed, sometimes difficult to admit. That is why Jesus in today's gospel reminds us to become authentically generous. We must be, some would call it, recklessly generous. And reckless generosity is the key word. Many of us can be generous, but with generosity that is measured, generosity that makes sure that your cash balance is okay. Jesus is our example of that kind of generosity. Remember, the true measure of giving is not how much you have given, but how much is left. It is not actually measuring what is left, but knowing your capacity to give, even if you do not have enough. Dun sa mga pagkakataon na pakiramdam mo ay kinakapos ka, pero kaya mo pa ring magbahagi. It is ensuring that the dignity of the beneficiary is not lost, rather upheld, that they still feel loved by God. So, my dear brothers and sisters, this is the grace that we would like to ask in this Mass, that like that of Jesus, who recklessly gave up himself for our salvation, has given up himself for us, no? May he help us to check our own motivations, be authentically and recklessly generous.